Hey, what's up guys, it's Fish here and welcome back to another epic online battle for Total War Warhammer. We are back with another custom map siege battle. Today we have the Wood Elves attacking the Brettonian forces inside this fortress, and I really like the way that the map creator has kind of negated having to put walls all the way around the fortress itself by just adding in a simple moat, and I think this is a really smart idea, and I think it also creates a nice feel to the fortress itself. You know, it makes it very different to the normal stuff we see, so I like that a lot. He also has 3 of these workable gates slash walls which you can climb on, use siege equipment to destroy, as well as his final keep. And not a lot of people normally do this. They normally have working walls around the outside of the castle, but for the final fight, there's not normally any walls, it's just kind of like an open area. And I really like how the map maker has gone to the time of making this. It really will feel like an epic last stand if the Brettonians are pushed back, which you never know, they might be able to hold the outer walls. I doubt it, but maybe they will, because if we can look at the Wood Elves numbers, they have over 3,500 elves ready to die, and the Brettonian forces who are defending only have 2,600, so they are definitely outmanned right now. But I'm really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out. So let's quickly run through the army comps, just get a general idea of what people are bringing. So we'll start off by looking at the far left flank, and also I should mention as well, we are using glory mods for both Brettonian forces and the Wood Elf forces, so I'll make sure to link them in the description down below along with the map itself. So on the left flank for the Wood Elves, we have an army of Treekim right here. These guys are great at absorbing ammunition. Then we have some Glade Guard with Hagbane tips, along with some Treemen. These dudes are going to be great at absorbing the missile fire and the cavalry charges. We then have Eternal Guards with swords, obviously a unit from the Glory mods. We also have some more Eternal Guard with swords and more Glade Guard. We also have a ton of units actually in the siege towers themselves. I actually very rarely have seen the Wood Elf siege towers. They do look very cool. I guess it's just a shame you don't get to see them more on the battlefield. We then have Durfu's Chosen, which are like smaller versions of Durfu himself with their amber swords. I imagine we'll find Durfu along the battlefield very soon. We also have an Ancient Tree Man, as well as a bunch of these heroes. I imagine these are like famous Wood Elf heroes. If you guys want to educate me about these guys in the comments, please feel free to do so. I always love reading the lore you guys drop down. And we also have a legendary lord right here from the Glory mod. He's looking very cool. Then finally, on this far right flank, we have some of the Wild Hunt Ciphers. These guys are really cool. I wonder where that weapon's from. I can't really picture what faction they've got that weapon from, but that's really cool. And then finally, we have some War Dancers. So if we look quickly over onto this far right flank, we can see that we have some Sisters of the Form, more of the Eternal Guard, along with the Eternal Guard with shields and swords. We also have whatever the hell this is currently jumping a Grand Spirit. Holy crap, that thing looks insane as it's just floating. That is so goddamn cool. Look at it. That is really nice, along with some more Treekin and Durfu himself. Brettonian forces, we will quickly take a look at as well. We have on the front line, we have some of the Spear at Arms sergeants, along with some of their sword variants behind them. So some okay infantry, nothing too great. The Green Knight is also defending this far left gatehouse, along with some of the Black Rangers. I think these guys are Wood Elves who have betrayed their cause, betrayed their race, I should say. We have some more spearmen right there. I think the main defense is going to be happening on this right flank, though, with more men-at-arms, along with lots more Black Rangers back here, so some good archer forces, and obviously some trebuchets as well. These are fire trebuchets, so field trebuchets with fireballs, sorry. So I can't wait to see what they do. We also have, we do have Albric as well of Bordelot defending that. Then we have the Grail Knights and the Grail Guardians over in the marketplace with some more of these zealots. These guys look sick, 2 swords. Very nice. And then the final defense, the final forces, we have some more trebuchets, some more men-at-arms. We also have this Grail as well, which looks very cool. Is a really funny model that Brettonia have. Then the final forces, they have some archers up here, the Fey longbows. I imagine this is where the most elite units are going to be. We have the Fey Enchantress along with her Temple Guard. We also have a Lady's Wrath and some more zealots. So they're not going to be giving up this fortress very easily, along with the Lady's Wrath as well. Oh my god, these guys look sick as well. And then finally, we also have some of the companions as well. These are like the famous heroes of Brettonia. So this is turning out, this is shaping up, I should say, to being a really, really cool battle. I can't wait to see more of this as the first couple shots do start off. Also, I should stick on music as well, as I did turn that off for a different reason. So we'll stick on the music as well. Hopefully that will come back and we can actually start enjoying the epic battle sounds of this, as we do get to see a few of the shots being rattled off by this Waystalker. He's kind of acting as the front guard right now, just volleying off, taking off a few of the heads of these units, these men-at-arms sergeants, as they do retreat back, actually losing like a couple men already. They lost 9 men from that Waystalker. That's not too bad at all, and he does find another couple kills on top of that. Now, they aren't defending any of this outer wall, which is very, very interesting. They're choosing just to give up this outer wall, which is surprising. I felt like they would, commit a lot of soldiers here to defending this, but maybe they just don't think it's worth it. Maybe because they only have 2,500 men, they think it's much, much better just to sit back, let the Wood Elves actually get into the fortress, and then use them choke points much more effectively, which is a very, very sound strategy to do that. The Forest Dragons are moving up. The Brettonian forces do have some very, very, very good, as you're about to hear my screenshot sound right there. I do apologise for that. I did turn it off, but clearly that hasn't worked. The Brettonian forces do have some really, really, really strong air units. So these Forest Dragons are going to have to be used very, very carefully, as we do get to see the Wood Elf forces finally making their way onto the fortress. And they've done this unchallenged. A bit of artillery fire has gone back and forth, but nothing too crazy. This is already turning up to be a really, really epic battle. I'm looking forward to seeing how this bad boy ends, and hopefully you guys are as well. The forces over on this left-hand side are deciding to kind of, again, give up the walls, but defend the drawbridge over. If only they could lift this or destroy this bridge, the moat would stand strong. The Wood Elves are now making their way down. I want to see what that tree... Yeah, look at that thing. That is really goddamn cool. The Glory Mob modders have done a great job there, as the Brettonian gate does start to get smashed down. And then they're going to have to save up something to actually take out the final gate as well. So maybe that's, keeping a battering ram in reserve, which they do have. Very smart there. And then having to push that out the kind of long walk up there. The archer fire is now coming in as the forces of Brettonia do ready to make their stand on the drawbridge. The archer fire from the Wood Elves is going to be deadly. However, they are not giving up so easily. They are returning their own missile fire. Obviously, these black rangers right here are going to be shooting back at the Wood Elves as they do make their way over. And obviously, all the artillery as well. You can already see the fireball artillery pieces finding huge hits off there as the gate does go down. The first engagement, melee engagement, has now started. The artillery again finding some big hits off. Maybe this was the smarter move. However, this unit of men-at-arms has just been absolutely disintegrated by the archer fire. Look at that. It's like the 4th of July right now. And I think this maybe was a really good idea, besides on the other flank. Letting the Wood Elves have to slowly move their forces into these choke points provides them with, perfect small areas for them just to use their archers, use their artillery, and just really go to town on the Wood Elves. And again, like minimize that advantage they have with the numbers. Durthu is just not giving a fuck though. He is leading his men forward, being one of the first men through, or the first tree man through the gate. The fireball trebuchets are going to be hitting again. I imagine we have some magic kicking off it. Oh no, he's just spawned is this like, what is this? A manticore? A feral manticore. Yes, I guess Durthu can spawn feral manticores, and that's going to be really useful at hitting the artillery piece back here. And I think that's exactly what the feral manticore is going after. Just zooming down. If he can get down on this, yeah, he's going for the trebuchet straight away as the artillery does continue to come out, hitting the back lines of the Eternal Guard. We do have Albrecht. Yeah, we have King Leoncourt going to try and silence him though, as he does come flying in. And I'm pretty sure the manticore will be decaying slowly because it's a summon. So because of that, King Leoncourt should be able to deal with these guys, deal with this feral manticore very easily. However, it is silencing the trebuchets, and whilst that is being silenced, you can see that Durthu and his Wood Elves are breaking through this line. And if they can get up to the trebuchet, then the manticore has done its job. We also have a Great Eagle here silencing the missiles again. So some really nice work there by the advancement on the Wood Elves on that right flank. We can see, however, they are not being so lucky on this side of the battle, the main assault, as the Grail Guardians just come flying in, chopping down whatever was left of them Eternal Guard, which wasn't a lot. However, they do now open themselves up to missile fire. The Wood Elves just really need to start getting their soldiers through this battle. As you can see, the Blessed Field Trebuchets just smashing the oncoming Wood Elves. And they need to find a way to silence them, because that's just going to be brutal if they continue this way. And you can see the ammunition is just so full on the trebuchets. So just a constant advance of the Wood Elves needs to occur, using their flying units like they're using on the right flank to just try and keep these guys at bay. Leoncoeur has managed to deal with that trebuchet, or what we're going to get here, a vortex coming off here. We are going to get a vortex. They really do not want this trebuchet to stand, and they are doing everything in their path to destroy it. Oh, nice. We do have some Grail Guardians coming into this fight, coming up against the Treekin and Durfu. The artillery, though, is just pouring in. I want to see what this goddamn Tree Spirit can do. It looks so cool. They really need to be pushing up. I think they are slowly dealing with these Grail Guardians, and they've also managed to deal with a lot of the missiles as these guys make their way around this left flank. Nice little explosion there, sending lots of these archers back. Yeah, yeah, exactly. If I was about to say, if I was a Wood Elves, I would be pushing on these archers. The Brettonian forces have no actual numbers here, whereas the Wood Elves do have the numbers, and they should use their numbers just to pull through the weak lines and do exactly what is happening. Durfu just took out about 20 of these Black Rangers in one fell swoop of his sword, and Leoncoeur is just watching the battlefield. Same over here as well. We can see that these units are taking a absolute smashing as they try and make their way up through this drawbridge. However, now that the Treekin are up here, the Treekin are great units at absorbing this ammunition. They're tanky, and they can definitely pack a punch as well. So sticking up these Treekin and then using the reinforcements, you know, these Eternal Guard to be pushed up afterwards, and then make their way through to silence these trebuchets is really important. That's exactly what the Wood Elves are doing. The actual strategy of these battles have definitely gone up, for sure. Normally, obviously, a lot of people in these battles just play for fun, but I'm seeing a lot of really good strategy here, and it is really performing. I think the map is very well designed to give this strategy, and the archer fire coming in on Leoncoeur, sending him back, pushing him away, is a really smart move, because it allows Durfu just to do exactly what he's doing, just slice himself up some Black Rangers with a side of Grail Knights and maybe some dessert for the Spearmen at Arms afterwards. The Tree Spirit is now pushing up. I want to see him really get stuck in, though. I think he's just... Oh, he actually shoots missiles as well. What the hell does he shoot out? I really want to... No, maybe he doesn't. Maybe I was looking at a different unit, or maybe he just shot his last shots. I really don't know. Does the other Tree Spirit still have ammunition? It doesn't. Okay, cool. Maybe that was just me seeing another unit behind it. I think that was definitely the case, as the Grail Guardians again push in. Actually, having Grail Knights would not have been a bad idea, because the Wood Elves seem to have a ton of creatures, which the Grail Knights actually have anti-large, and I'm not sure if the Grail Guardians do. You can see, yeah, they're just anti-infantry, so using them just to run through these Wood Elves is definitely a smart idea. Very nice. So you can see them cutting down these archers. There are some War Dancers here, but again, the War Dancers are anti-infantry, so they're not even going to be doing too well against the enemy forces. The Brettonian cavalry is making its way around, almost abandoning the north gate and heading towards the east gate instead. You can see if they get a good charge off here on these archers, the Glade Guard are just literally sitting ducks right now. They are doing a good job at getting their missiles off, but the Brettonian cavalry, are they just going to walk right past them? Can they not see them? Are these guys hidden in the woods? Oh no, they can see them. They can see them all right as they come flying in, and the Glade Guard just try and do something, but it is far too late as the heavy Brettonian cavalry comes flying in and then gets ready to surround the rest of the archers. The Wood Elves really need to start pushing in their heavy units here, because at the moment they're just getting picked apart. Orion is extremely low. He has casted an extended effect duration of Earthblood on himself and all his units here, which is very nice. Yeah, but we can see, though, Brettonia are being pushed back pretty heavily. They're retreating on this right side in the North Keep. The North Gatehouse is definitely lost. This North Force has definitely received a lot less of a resistance, which is giving them the advantage just to keep on pushing on, which is very smart. And a lot of the Brettonian forces are now being made to retreat, which is cool to see. The Great Eagles are pushing up. Balance of power, is still very much in the Wood Elves' favour. They've just obviously brought a lot more soldiers, and their weaker units are being ridden from the battlefield. As finally these Grail Guardians actually rout from the battlefield. Oh my god, Fae Enchantress will not be happy with that. The artillery is just going to be working overtime, trying to kill as many of the enemy as they physically can. Getting off as every rock that gets thrown off here, they will try their best. And these are obviously fireable ones, which end up exploding with a nice AoE damage. Is this gate even down? Oh, the gate is down. As the rest of the treemen go up now. Now, it could have been a good idea if they wanted to save elf lives, is sending up these treemen earlier on in the battle. But I guess, they're now keeping them towards the end has really helped them out. And this is something that the Wood Elves can do so well, is they can zone off all of these flying creatures with their archers. And allowing their, get air dominance, which they maybe might not would have had. Sorry, I can't speak apparently. It's this battle, it's just too goddamn cool. Normally the Brettonian forces would have air dominance with what they brought today, but the elves using their archers really effectively are just keeping them away from doing what they need to do. And these treekin being able to stop these trebuchets from shooting is huge. The quicker this artillery stops firing, the better. But I'm very, very nervous for the Wood Elves because they have to try and obviously break up these walls full of Black Rangers and the Fey Longbows. And you guys, if you've seen any of my battles before, know just how goddamn good the Fey Longbows are. They are extremely deadly. Trebuchet is still coming out as the forces of the Wood Elves are just simply hiding around the corner, not wanting to get involved right away. They want to kind of buy time for the forces on the far left flank to advance up here a little bit more. We press K, we can see just the sheer amount of forces coming in. And I want to see that Tree Spirit get involved. There are actually some Grail Knights coming back from routing. And I think these guys have been ignored. Oh no, they are. They do know. Good, that's good. But the Brettonian forces have noticed that their troops are over here. But yeah, there's actually so many Wood Elves left. And their archers are coming in, just trying to pick away. The generals are kind of low as well, which is definitely interesting to note. They're definitely, they're trying to get back as many forces as possible to this last stand. This is going to be really, really cool when it ends. Because I feel like the Wood Elves do have enough men, maybe to break this. But some of the Zealots are running in. I haven't seen the Zealots actually engage, but they're about to get run through with the treemen just smashing into them. God, the charges in Warhammer are so epic. They're over the top. But they just work because it's fantasy. Over the top charges are really goddamn cool. If we can, for the next historical Total War, if they can just be toned down, maybe by half, I think that'd be very cool. Or maybe just with normal, more historical type graphics and less of the crazy blood effects. Maybe the way the charges happen now will be really cool because we won't be having these huge goddamn these fancy units charging in. It will just be cavalry and elephants. Depending on what time period, obviously, they do decide to go with. Are these treekin routing? They are routing. Wow, the Zealots have actually managed to push them back. I imagine maybe the Zealots are very fast armor. They are armor piercing, so that'll help them out. The archers are shooting. Imagine trying to focus down the artillery pieces. That's exactly what they're doing, trying to silence them. And they are very much almost out of ammunition. And we have Orion's wolves there, tearing apart this back line. And oh, here we go. The Tree Spirit is up here now. Let's go with the tree men. His boys are here. Holy crap, that thing's... Oh my god. The damage on that Tree Spirit is actually insane. Look how many kills he's just getting. Oh wow. All the archers of Brettonia need to focus this thing down. Bring it down, Legolas. Seriously. And there's another one on this far right flank as well. That just is insane, the amount of damage that does. That needs to be the #1 priority for the Brettonian forces, that is for sure. If they stand any chance of holding the castle, they need to make sure that they break them tree spirits and use all their ammunition on them. I imagine the archers up here are now shooting with Fey longbows. Oh yeah, they're doing exactly that. They are focusing down the tree spirit and doing a good job of it, actually. We can see that they're racking up a bunch of kills on the tree spirit, or at least doing a lot of HP damage. That's very good. We got the magic coming up. The tree men as well have made their way in here. Lots of magic, lots of explosions. They really want to clean out this outer guard as soon as possible, because as soon as this outer guard gets cleaned out, they can then push up to the actual walls and use their treemen to smash down the gates. Are they bothering to bring up the other? I don't think they're bothering to bring up the final battering ram at all, as the Sisters of the Four make their way into the fortress. Yeah, they're just going to use their treemen to smash it down, which definitely does make sense. Are we getting a regrowth on this, or an Earthblood, sorry? I think we're going to be getting an Earthblood on the tree spirit. Yeah, regrowth and Earthblood, so I was right. These treemen, though, are dying. The Green Knight and obviously Leoncourt proving way too much. I really don't know who's going to come out on top. I think the Bretonian force, I mean the Wood Elf forces, just need to push everything they have around this left flank, break through, and try and silence these guys, because the archer fire and the trebuchet fire is definitely proving deadly right now. As the treemen just rout from the field. The nice thing is a lot of these treemen might come back. How healthy is Durfu? Durfu's really low as well. So if he gets focused down, a mass rout could be imminent. That's really not too far off from happening. The Fey longbows though is just really strong. A Flock of Doom going off. That's a very nice Flock of Doom on all of these units. And up on the units up on the wall as well, hitting the Black Rangers. We're getting a Vortex? No, we're not getting a Vortex here. We're getting an Explosion spell, I believe. Or is this a Vortex? Oh, it's a Comet of Cassador coming down. Comet of Cassador coming down. Very nice. And then what's a Wood Elf? What did the Wood Elves just throw down? I saw another one of their thing in the sky, and I think it was up on these Fey longbows right there. You basically just shoot out ballista bolts. The forces of the Wood Elves need to make sure that they have something to smash down this gate with. They do still have obviously the Tree Spirit on this right flank, some Treemen as well. The Tree Spirit over here is extremely low. But the nice thing is that these Tree Spirits are absorbing ammunition. As, oh no, Durfu is getting absolutely ganked right now by all the Hippogriff Knights and Leoncourt by the looks of it. Oh, that's going to be it for Durfu. There's no escape for him at all. He's trying to use the best of his hiding abilities to escape into the Bretonian walls. That charge from Albric is going to slay. It's going to slay Durfu. That's not good for the Wood Elf morale at all. He tries to cast off one final spell, one explosion spell. The Durfu has been slain. Albric, who has never been bested in battle, has continued that by defeating the tree man, Durfu. And here we go. This is going to be hard for the morale. You can already see the morale starting to drop a little bit. Lord recently died, -16. I actually never realized if you hovered over the leadership that it showed up what's actually affecting them. I think that's very cool. I'm going to be using that for sure in the future. We can see that they're frightened by enemy units, damage sustained to their unit. They're losing currently the battle. But the Lord recently dying is really affecting them. Does it affect the other army? I don't think it does, right? This army should be absolutely fine. Yeah, just because their friends are routing, they're losing a bit of morale. More explosions. The Tree Spirit is making his way up. Perfect. Smash down this gate. Take it down. I wonder how many hits. Imagine being on this side. Imagine being these Zealots and this Grail as well. And just seeing whatever's going to come through that gate. And just seeing that smashing through the gate itself. I would not be ready to fight here as a Zealot. I mean, I guess if I was a Zealot, I would. Because, you know, in the name of God, I would be doing it. But still. And this one guy is even more ready to die. I guess he's maybe the commander of the unit himself. The lady is with them. And the Temple Guard are also. This gate just needs to go down. How much HP does it have left? It's actually going down really slowly as Orion's wolves cause havoc in the back line. They need to break that as soon as they can. Maybe even sending some ladders up on the wall would be a good idea. Yeah, instead of just sitting here, maybe literally just putting some men on the walls to stop the archers from shooting would also be a great idea. with the tree, the tree mage up here as well, the spirit, ancient tree man, sorry. Maybe that will be able to ensure that this gate is taken down a bit quicker as well. They do need to break down that gate. The longer they leave it, the worse it's going to get for them. They still have some reserves, so that's very good. But not really a lot. Not really a lot at all. Oh, what's out here? There's an entire unit of infantry back here. Holy crap, an entire unit. This unit could be so useful up in the fight. I guess I must have forgotten it, which is a real shame. Also, this battle could desync. I'm hoping it's not. I don't think it has. But it could, mainly because that they've updated this map since this battle was recorded, causing desyncs, which is really annoying. But I don't think it has desync so far. We still have plenty of fighting going off as the Temple Guard have actually come out the gates, I guess. Yeah, they must have come out the gates, and they're actually hitting hard against the remnants of the forces right here, of the Wood Elves. The Eternal Guard are going to be struggling heavily to defeat these guys. The Temple Guard are very good, and the Eternal Guard are no match for them, that is for sure. These guys have been blessed, their swords are glowing. They've been chosen for their combat. But we do have some of these the Shadow Dancers, with Warglade tips. They're going to be very good to actually dealing with them. Nice, we have the Ancient Tree Man here shooting. Oh no, Durfu's body is right here along with another Tree Man. How's the gate doing? Let's have a look at that. I just see the Tree Spirit glitching through. That is so cool. 51%, so they are breaking through very quickly. I also really like how this castle's been destroyed from the artillery as well. That's very nice. All that little battlement right there. Nice. All the forces have been destroyed. Everyone is making their way up under heavy missile fire. They are still getting shot at by the archers on the Brettonian walls. And I think this right here is what I want for Warhammer Sieges. Like, this is so cool. They've made it very simple by having like moats around the side. The map makers made it very simple by having like moats around the fortress themselves, keeping the actual city themselves very basic, but still creating this epic feel to them. You know, just adding a second layer in. Makes such a cool fallback stand. You know, this is the last stand right here as the Wood Elves are smashing on the final gate. And I wouldn't really say this castle is very complicated, you know. There's very, very simple ways into the castle and out of the castle. But he's come up with a really creative solution for making this very, very cool. And I don't really see why Creative Assembly couldn't do something like this. Now, granted, it would be hard to think of stuff to do for every single castle or every single faction, but I don't think that's off the realms of possibility. I think this is a really nice castle, and it's definitely been made for an epic battle for sure, as we do have the Royal Hippogriff Knights coming down to hit the Way Watchers, what remains of them. And these Way Watchers actually do have a decent amount of ammunition left, so losing them it could actually, you know, hurt the battle forces. But by the looks of it, the Hippogriff Knights are going to be getting killed. That charge was not very effective. The gates have now gone down as the Zealots come flying in. Regrowth or Favor of the Fae goes off onto the Zealots, giving them 58 melee attack. However, this Tree Spirit is just out of this world. The damage he does when he does get his swings down just sends so many men flying. And he actually also hits his own men as well. That's not too good. I guess if I was the Wood Elf player, I'd be trying to drag him through so I get away from my own men, because he does seem to do a lot of damage. And that's exactly what is happening as he does push forward. Orion is still alive. Where is Orion? Orion, where are you? You're around here. Oh, you're hiding. You're cowering right here. Luckily, Mel Gibson can't rout, so he's going to be here to the bitter end of the battle. He is literally unbreakable. That's part of his stats. Shield of Thorns going off on all the Wood Elf infantry as they try and make their way around. And again, these archers are still shooting as best they can, trying to hit any of the incoming units, you know, doing damage to these Way Watchers and to the Way Stalker as well. The Ancient Tree Man trying his best. The gates going down was just huge though. What's left? They have one unit and a trebuchet. Oh, some trebuchets left. Wow, and the Green Knight. This battle's going to be really close. By the looks of it, though, the forces of the Wood Elves are just simply routing. Yeah, look at that mass rout occurring. Wow. The Wood Elves have been beaten back. We had our final last stand. And I think Orion is going to be the last man standing, because he literally cannot rout from the battlefield. So the forces of Brettonia have claimed victory here today. And what a battle this was. Holy crap. Guys, please make sure to drop a like and a comment on this video for this epic battle. This was like, I know I say this a lot, but this was just one of the most exciting battles I've actually had in a very, very long time. You know, this and a few of the other custom sieges which have been sent in to me are just really, you know, this is the reason why I love Total War. The modding community and people creating these custom scenarios. If you want to be a part of these custom scenarios in the future, make sure to join my Discord. The link will be in the description down below, as we have Albric, the man who is yet to be defeated in battle, taking down another enemy legendary lord. He has slain Durthu, and now it is Orion's time to come up against the grand champion of Albric. He will do his best to fight for his lord. That's exactly what will happen as he defeats him. So we'll speed it up as the rest of the reinforcements come in, and we'll end the replay and take a look at the kills, because I'm excited to see if anyone really did a lot of damage. So straight off the bat, we can see with these field trebuchets, 250 kills, and the Fey longbows up on that final wall getting 150 kills. We also have a ton of damage again on the field trebuchets, and also on another field trebuchet, 500 kills on these bad boys. The Temple Guard also racking up 130. Very nice. Look at the Wood Elves, we can see that their main damage dealers were really just these War Dancers. Not really getting too much damage with the Eternal Guard, but again, these guys I assume were just more meat shields for the rest of the army. Same over here, the Archers doing good about Grand Spirit as well, 118 kills. Did the Grand Spirit over here not get a lot of kills? Yeah, only 65 kills on this Grand Spirit. I really could have felt like it did a lot more damage. Then the final army, Orion himself killing 227. Damn. How many did Durthu kill? Only 125. The rest of the force is doing okay. Forest Dragon really not doing enough though in the battle. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and I'll see you guys next time, and fish out.